gentlemen, I am award-winning author Mollie Ann Holt. This is podcast 3, right before the election, ladies and gentlemen. Can you believe it? So don't you forget to vote. Now, a month of happiness with Miss Mollie podcast. We have a special guest, Nadya Rousseau, and she is Ultra New Media. She has a special treat she's going to share with you and me worldwide, and I'm excited. And then stay tuned at the end of the show for something special from me. Hi, welcome to A Month of Happiness podcast with author Mollie, and today's guest is Nadya Rousseau with Ultra New Media. And I'm so happy to have you here. And here's what I want to do. I want to know how, Nadya, you got started with Ultra New Media, and tell us a little bit about your success and what you're doing during the COVID times and how you're helping people. Yes.
For sure. And thank you so much for having me, Mollie. I'm really excited to be here. And you know, my story is anything but traditional, and I won't go too long into it because it's a long story, really. But in short, I was in the entertainment industry for a long, long time in LA. Got burned out on it, pivoted to journalism, which opened up the door to social media marketing when two of my interviewees were struggling with social. And so one thing led to another. I got into digital production. I started expanding everything I was doing with social media marketing. And so here I am today with this global full-service marketing agency, Ultra New Media, with a global staff as well. It's been a very exciting time. I mean, granted, very challenging for many, of course, with the pandemic, but to be honest, we have had our best year this year, so I'm just super blessed.
Okay, so how creative have you gotten, Nadya, with adjusting to these times with your clients? I'm just curious.
So interestingly enough, Mollie, we've always taken very innovative and virtual approaches for our clients. So to some degree, that hasn't really changed too much, but like for the clients that have more of an in-person type of component, at least traditionally, or would seemingly have that, we're really pushing for virtual events, virtual activations, virtual experiences. We're working with a Vegas-based app right now called Be Right Back. Shout out to @BRBCK app, APP, here in Vegas. And so I'm actually working on putting together a virtual panel right now. It's going to be a fundraiser. So that's been very exciting. So just really working at spearheading relationships, pulling people together from all over the place. It's been a really interesting time, a great time to be in this business.
Okay. So now let me ask you a quick question. When you read my book, A Month of Happiness with Miss Mollie, I looked at you as an ingredient to someone's life recipe in the work world because of what you do. And give me your thoughts. What as a marketing person and someone in that business, what did it do to you, or how did it impact you?
So how did what impact me? Your book?
Yeah.
It's definitely super inspiring. I mean, whenever I'm reading anything that is inspiring or, you know, innovative or creative, it's always going to get my wheels turning, Mollie. So definitely it had that impact.
Okay, well, let me ask you something. So as far as right now, how do you think with this new app that you're talking about, Vegas right now are going through some changes, I noticed, as far as closures, new openings, and how are you going to help Vegas, right, with this new app that you're talking about?
Yeah, so I love that you asked me that, because this app is actually all about empowering specifically Las Vegas-based businesses. In short, is a directory for businesses to sign up for, and they go in, they sign up, they create a piece of content, and then a user who's also signed up for the app, who is in like close proximity, around 3 to 5 miles, they can learn about that business. So it's excellent for businesses off the strip, not downtown, who really need that extra exposure. And so that's why we're doing this big outreach campaign right now to influencers, to community stakeholders, to businesses. It's brand new, it just launched, and I think it's going to have such a positive impact, to be honest.
Okay, so this brings me to this point. So this is crazy. So with COVID and everything, I had to put together, Nadya, a marketing program for Barnes and Nobles. And I just got into, it was June 1st, and then it came up to fruition this month, and it was the 5th of October. So what I've been doing, like this is really cool. I love this app thing that you have, because I had to think out of the box, right? Just like everybody else. And because of this the COVID thing, not touching each other, shaking hands like you would normally do, I do a little bit of that outside, but I'm very careful in how I say hello to somebody. But the connections, we need these connections in business, Nadya, so much that I told Barnes and Nobles, I'm going to create your Barnes and Noble in a basket, because people can one-stop shop. So I told all my new vendors, right, that all the new people I meet, I want to connect to you, because I know that in all the different categories of business, we have to change our buying habits. The online thing is great, and virtual podcasts like what we're doing here. And let me ask you about virtual podcasts. Do you do virtual podcasts? I'm about to hold on.
Do I host them, or do I participate in them?
Yeah, do you host them along with, I noticed that I've jumped in on some of your live meetings. So is that part of what you do for your business, as far as reaching out to big companies and connecting all your people together that are working with you on, let's say, this new app for Vegas?
Yeah, so with the new app, we're spearheading a virtual panel. So that is going to be hosted by Zoom, and so it will kind of, everyone will see everybody in gallery view, and then there's going to be a moderator. So that's definitely very virtual. I do a lot of Instagram lives, Facebook lives, just for myself, for my brand, the Nadya Rousseau brand.
I saw the live Instagram.
And we do outreach on behalf of our clients for literally conversation pieces with influencers. So influencer to influencer outreach, trying to bring people together for an IG live or a Facebook live. Or in our marketing strategies, we really get into detail about the necessity for community events that are virtual, particularly in these times. I just worked with a company that's based in Qatar and another one in the United Arab Emirates. And both of those companies, I really went into the detail of virtual master classes and stuff like that.
That's exciting. Okay, so I'm going to ask you a question again about that app. So Nadya, if someone wants to go to this app and join it, what steps do they need to do?
Fabulous question. So they need to go to Google Play or your Apple Store and just look up BRBCKAPP, Be Right Back app, or you can just type Be Right Back, BRBCK. And the whole concept behind the Be Right Back is basically to say, you want to come again to the business you frequent. You want to go there all the time because you like it so much. So that's where it's kind of like a play on words. So I'm happy to send you all the info on that, of course.
Yeah, send it to so here's what we do. Send it to the email mollieannholt@gmail.com. That's in my book, and also my cell phone, either way, because I can download that right on either my laptop or my phone. And I'm always looking, Nadya, for something different, and to promote this on the podcast, this website that you're talking about right now. So is this a copyright to you? Or are you giving me permission to put this on the podcast so I can promote it?
They're a client. They need the promotion.
Oh, okay. All right. So look, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put you on camera here now, and just, repeat who you are again, and tell us your title, your company name, and give us that website one more time on how to reach you.
Sure. All right. So my name is Nadya Rousseau. I'm the founder and CEO of global purpose-forward marketing agency Alternate Media. And I definitely want to shout out my client, Vegas-based Be Right Back. And that can be found on Instagram by going to BRBCKAPP. You can also discover the app in the Google Play as well as the Apple Store just by typing in Be Right Back, BRBCK. And you can hit me up on Instagram too if you have any questions at Nadya Rousseau with a Y.
Nadya, okay, so beautiful. Thank you, Nadya. And I will definitely connect to you again on Instagram. And I thank you so much for connecting with me. And we never know what happens in the internet world or the podcast world. And so this was one of my to-do list for Barnes & Nobles. So you're going to get worldwide exposure in 600 locations online. And so I've been teaching my clients that, hey, 600 stores, okay? This is health and fitness is where they have me in their database. And Ingram, I talk with my hands. So
I love it. I'm just free too.
Well, so listen, I appreciate your time, and I'm going to go ahead and call this a wrap. And
Sure.
definitely,
Thank you.
You're welcome. And send me your email, your this company Be Right Back app, and this is awesome. Thank you so much for wanting to be my guest. And hey, the other guy, that's okay. I call him bad ingredient in the dispose off, right? This was
Absolutely.
good.
I appreciate it. Big heart.
Hey, I always give thumbs up. All right, listen, I'm gonna say goodbye, and you can say goodbye as well, and love you and thank you.
All right. Well, take care.
Okay, bye. Ladies and gentlemen, wasn't Nadya Rousseau amazing? Oh my gosh, she blew me out of the water. Multi-talented TV production, movie production. She's even tech savvy. On top of it, she's an amazing human being to be around. So remember, ladies and gentlemen, I promised I would tell you something at the end of the show. So do something nice for yourself, but remember to do something nice for someone else. Thank you for being here on my show, A Month of Happiness with Miss Mollie. And keep perfecting your life recipe every day.